What's going on, guys? Biker Dave here. In case you don't know, we have had an online store for almost 20 years on eBay and Amazon. We mostly sell motorcycle related parts and specialty tools, especially if you like to work on your own engines, flywheel pullers, magnetic drain plugs, fork boots, specialty tools, 4-pin sockets, things that are kind of unique. Anyway, that's not the point of this video. Just wanted to show you how things can go badly with U.S. Postal Service. If you've seen my other videos, you see how we take our packages daily straight to our local post office, and then we scan them in ourselves at the SSK, which is the self-service kiosk. You'll see it usually when you walk in the main lobby of most post offices, especially in larger cities. It's a thing that has a touch screen and a scale, and you basically do it all yourself as far as scanning in the labels of packages, and then after you do that, you put them in the outgoing mail bin, right there in the post office, and hopefully everything goes swimmingly as packages move out to your customers. However, I calculate roughly almost 2% of all shipments that we send out have some sort of problem or delay or gets misrouted or simply is delayed for no reason. Now, you notice what today's date is. This is the week of Thanksgiving, so we're in late November. But you see this package, shows you the status and the steps that the package took along the way thus far. Looking down the bottom here, let me get my, hold on one second, let me get my S Pen for my Samsung Galaxy S23. All right, notice down at the bottom, let me tell you what these things mean. USPS expects the item for mailing. Now, this is misleading in my opinion because this means the package was scanned at the SSK, self-service kiosk. This means the package was scanned right there. It has a barcode reader for the main shipping label of your package. If you printed it from home, I recommend you do this. If you have an eBay store, Amazon store, I recommend you print your shipping labels from home or your home office or whatever, because it will automatically have a barcode and it is professionally printed out and that sort of thing. It looks better, it works better. It's not like people are actually handwriting shipping labels like 1979 and standing in line at their post office to go through all that rigmarole. No, I don't understand why some people still do that in 2023. Anyway, regardless. Anyway, this first step means the package was recognized at the SSK. And for us, when you see this step, this means we actually did this and then put the outgoing package in the mail bin, right there at your post office, where those big doors are and that big thing that you can drop packages in. And then, then it waits usually for the next business day, because some of our packages don't get dropped off until late in the evening because we're working all day doing all of this. Anyway, then notice at 4 a.m. on October 18th, the package had obviously moved out from the post office and is now in the main distribution center, which is down near Hapeville, Georgia for us. So it's obviously in their hands and in motion. Okay, and a couple hours later, the package actually departs that same facility in Hapeville, Georgia, and is heading out to the receiver's home or the distribution center for that main city of where the recipient of this package lives. In this case, it's obviously Denver, Colorado. Okay, so pretty impressive. It took 2 days for the package to leave Atlanta and arrive in Denver. And this is not a priority mail shipment. This is what's called Ground Advantage, which is a new thing because USPS no longer has first class mail. They have what's called ground advantage, and that's for mostly items that you're not that rushed to get out, or you're not trying to get them there immediately or anything. It's relatively low cost. That's what this package was. Okay, so it arrives in Denver October 20th. 4 days later is the last anything has been heard of this package. Moving through network. Okay, that's a little vague also. In transit to the next facility, which means this package is in transit to the final destination facility, like the main post office for the recipient, before it actually gets handed to the delivery driver, at the post office to be brought to the customer. That's the last this thing has been scanned. And look how long ago this was, because we are almost 1 month later. The package is basically, it's not missing, obviously, because it's been scanned along the way. But nothing has happened to this package in almost a month. And how frustrating is that? Because it's not like this was some chicken scratch shipping label that they can't read, or the package gets mangled. We make sure all of our packages are in very sturdy containers. They can't get destroyed in transit, that sort of thing. Professional shipping labels and whatnot. So this is just a fail within U.S. Postal Service. And it's not like that there is insurance on a package like this, because this is a very inexpensive shipping option using ground advantage. And like I said, this happens between 1 and 2% of all of our shipments. Hundreds of shipments per year. 1 to 2% have some sort of stupid issue, and not on any fault of ours. However, if you're a eBay seller, Amazon seller, or Etsy seller, or whatever, the customer thinks you're at fault, and they obviously assume that you're at fault, because a lot of sellers are pretty lame and don't know how to do the steps properly, and they don't scan things in at the SSK like we do. Sometimes there's absolutely no reporting of transit for the shipment. And that can be very frustrating for the recipient, for the customer, as well as for the store or the seller. Anyway, I just wanted to show you how that can go wrong. And honestly, there is nothing you can do at this point. I mean, sure, you can try to contact U.S. Postal Service. You can open some case and whatnot, but have already been down that road over the years. Almost every time they find nothing, almost every time they just say, "Oh, we are working on it, apologies, blah, blah, blah." They give you a bunch of BS, and there is nothing to be done about it until the package just happens to pop up again. That's my honest story for you, that there's nothing you can do about this. And talk about frustrating. Anyway, just wanted to show you how things can look on your tracking. Honestly, USPS, I would not call this live tracking. I would call this delivery confirmation, which is what it used to be called within USPS. It's not like on UPS and FedEx and DHL. Those services actually do live tracking, which is done every step of the way, as a package is in transit. I would not classify this as live tracking whatsoever. So all of this is really misleading as far as what U.S. Postal Service shows for the transit of a package. And, what can you say? All you have to do is tell the customer, I don't know, I'm sorry, because it's been almost a month. And if it's an expensive item, you really shouldn't have sent it via ground advantage anyway. You should have sent something expensive or large and heavy, more than 5 pounds. You should send those things via UPS or FedEx, in my opinion, because their prices are usually cheaper. It's usually more reliable as far as the scanning of the shipping label along the way. That's my personal opinion. And I'll do another video in a minute about, the upcoming holiday season of shipping packages. So we'll do that later. But anyway, there you go. How things can go wrong with U.S. mail. And I'm sure if you guys have experienced a similar thing, go ahead and comment down below so other people can see how things happen sometimes. And definitely not the seller's fault or the shipper's fault. It is the shipping company's fault. And they should be held accountable, in my opinion. eBay will usually have your back if you're the store, if you're the seller. If they see this process has gone along the way and the package is clearly out of your hands, eBay Incorporated will usually back you and side with you if the customer tries to open a non-receipt case. eBay will usually have your back anyway, as long as you do the steps properly. So anyway, frustrating and all, and how it is. Anyway, if you will check out our channel, we have all kinds of stuff, not only relating to selling online, but repairing motorcycles, dirt bikes, ATVs, scooters, computers, working with video. We do even VHS tape transfers and things. Our channel has over 1,800 videos and of all kinds of different things. So check it out and make sure with any monetized channel, if their video helps you either solve a problem or understand something or not make the same mistake as somebody else, make sure you click the thanks button that's underneath the video screen and shoot them a donation, no matter if it's us or any other channel. It helps a great deal. And that's all there is to it. I hope y'all have a good day. We'll see y'all later, and happy Thanksgiving to y'all those in in the countries that celebrate such a thing. Have a good one. See y'all later.